Let's compare Erling Haaland to Kylian Mbappe. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe are two of the most promising young stars in the game today. They have both accomplished so much at such a young age and shown no signs of slowing down. Let's compare their achievements. The Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi era is now, slowly but surely, being replaced by two young sensations, the Norwegian lethal striker Erling Haaland and the French World Cup winner Kylian Mbappe. The footballing world is now being taken over by these two youngsters, their skills unmatched by any other player their age. They bring a new level of excitement to the game that hasn't been seen in years from players of their age. These players are something special, and by the looks of it, they're only going to get better with age. So if you're not already excited for what these two young stars will bring to the table, you should be, because we're in for a treat. Haaland and Mbappe are seen as the future of football. These two young stars are taking the sport by storm and are sure to bring years of enjoyment for fans around the world. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe have both already achieved a level of greatness that few others have ever reached. They could start a new era in football rivalry, one that would be defined by their domination. It's always exciting to compare the great players of any sport. For now, it's Haaland and Mbappe. Erling Haaland was born on the 21st of July 2000 in Leeds, England. His father, Alfie Haaland, was playing for Leeds United in the Premier League at the time. In 2004, at the age of 3, he moved with his family to Bryn, Norway, his parents' hometown. Whereas Mbappe was born in Paris and raised in Bondy, a suburb just over 10 kilometres from the centre of Paris. Haaland, born to an already established football player, had a more privileged upbringing than Mbappe, who came from the poor Parisian suburb of Bondy. Haaland is the son of the Norwegian former Nottingham Forest, Leeds United and Man City defender Alfie Haaland, and former women's heptathlon Olympian Grete Brot. Paris Saint-Germain and French national team striker Kylian Mbappe was born to Algerian mother Faiza Lamari and Cameroonian father Wilfred Mbappe. His father is a football coach and Mbappe's agent, while his mother is a former handball player. Erling Haaland, the Norwegian sensation who just transferred to Manchester City, will turn 22 on July 21st this year. The French star, Kylian Mbappe, on the other hand, is 23 years old. Erling Haaland trusts his left foot, whereas Kylian Mbappe trusts his right foot more. Mbappe is on another level when it comes to scoring goals with his weaker foot. He has scored an absolutely amazing 38 goals with his weak foot, while Haaland has only managed 17. With these stats, it's clear that Mbappe is far superior to Haaland in this area. The towering new Man City forward is taller than Mbappe at 6'4". Haaland is almost a foot taller than the 5'10" Frenchman, and there are few who can compete with him in the air. This is a clear advantage to the Norwegian star. Mbappe may have more finesse and speed, but when it comes to headers, Haaland is in a league of his own. With 11 headed goals in his senior career compared to Mbappe's 8, there's no denying that the young Norwegian has an aerial advantage. The Norwegian sensation can run at a top speed of 36 km an hour, whereas Mbappe has an impressive top speed of 38. In terms of top speed, Mbappe has a huge advantage. Surprisingly, neither of the players have scored from a direct free kick since the start of their senior career. Even though they both may be some of the world's most elite football players, when it comes to scoring goals through penalties, Haaland takes the cake with a whopping 19 goals. That's 2 more than Mbappe's 17. Not to mention, this gives Haaland a significant advantage. Even though both Mbappe and Haaland are exceptional soccer players, Mbappe has the advantage here because he's scored a long-distance kick goal, which Haaland has yet to do. Kylian Mbappe's net worth is estimated to be a staggering $110 million in 2022, whereas of January 2022, Haaland's much more modest net worth was estimated to sit at around the $9 million mark. Clearly, Mbappe has a better net worth, but what about earnings? Who earns the most? According to the new deal with PSG, Mbappe is set to earn $63 million per year, the highest football salary in the world. When Erling Haaland signed for Man City, he's reported to receive approximately $24 million a year. Mbappe is earning nearly 3 times more money than Haaland. Now, let's look at cars. Erling Haaland has an Audi RS7 and a Mercedes-Benz, but he also has a BMW. That's not all. He also has an Audi Q7. His competitor, Mbappe, on the other hand, only has a Volkswagen Tiguan, a Volkswagen Touareg, and a Volkswagen Multivan. Oh, and did we mention that Mbappe also has a Mercedes-Benz V-Class and a Ferrari 488 Pista, worth €527,000. He also may have more cars that haven't been disclosed. Both of them have an amazing car collection that many can only dream of. It's a social media showdown. On one side, we have Haaland, with 13 million followers on Facebook and up to 1.7 million on Twitter. On the other hand, Mbappe with 15 million followers on Facebook, 8.3 million on Twitter, and a whopping 72.4 million on Instagram. It's clear as day that Mbappe holds the title for the most social media following. Haaland and Mbappe had electric starts to their 2020-2021 UEFA Champions League campaigns, as both men's respective teams qualified for the quarter-finals. The future of European football looks to be in good hands, with these two young stars leading the charge. Erling Haaland is a machine. In just 14 Champions League games, he scored an astonishing 20 goals and provided 2 assists. Not only is he the first teenager to score 10 Champions League goals in a single campaign, but his 10 Champions League goals in 7 games make him the fastest player to reach double figures in UCL history. This young man is unstoppable and definitely one to watch out for in the future. Whereas the only other teenager to come close to that figure is Kylian Mbappe. The Frenchman did it over 2 seasons. Mbappe scored a whopping 25 goals in just 16 Champions League games and made an impressive 16 assists in the 2020-21 UEFA Champions League campaign. Clearly, Mbappe is a better team player, as he has been assisting his teammates more. Let's take a look at Haaland and Mbappe's career since their senior debuts. These two young stars have already accomplished so much and shown no signs of slowing down. It will be exciting to see where their careers go from here. Haaland has been a senior football player for a while now, and in that time, he's managed to score an incredible 135 goals in just 166 club appearances. That's a goal ratio of 0.81, which is absolutely astonishing. Whereas, the French World Cup winner has only netted 117 goals in 184 club appearances, with a scoring ratio of 0.64. Haaland clearly has a better goal-scoring ratio for his club than Mbappe. In the 2021-22 season, Erling Haaland managed to score an astonishing 22 goals in just 24 club appearances. This incredible feat, compared to Mbappe's staggering 28 goals in 35 games, is absolutely amazing. Advantage Haaland. Both of them played 3 cup games, however, with Haaland scoring 4 goals, whereas Mbappe scored 5. Mbappe has scored 1 more goal than Haaland in the same number of cup games, giving him the advantage here. Haaland played only 3 UEFA Champions League games, and scored a total of 3 only, whereas Mbappe played 8 UEFA Champions League games, scoring 6 goals in total. It's time for a national showdown. In just 9 games played, Haaland scored a staggering 13 goals, whereas Mbappe, playing for the World Cup winner, scored 10 goals in 9 games. Haaland is ahead of Mbappe in the international race. The overall for this season's stats would be a staggering 42 goals in just 39 games for Haaland, and for Mbappe, it would be a whopping 49 goals in 54 games total. Haaland has a goal ratio of 1.08 and Mbappe has one of 0.94 last season. Clearly, Haaland has an advantage over Mbappe in goal-scoring ratio. In terms of trophies, Haaland has won 2 league titles and 2 cup competitions, whereas Mbappe has won 5 league titles and 3 cup competitions. Clearly, Mbappe has achieved more in terms of trophies than Haaland. Moreover, he has the World Cup to his name as well. In terms of individual awards, Haaland has 5 awards since making his senior debut, including UEFA's Best Forward of the Year 2021, whereas Mbappe has around 19 individual awards, including the World Cup's Best Young Player of the Year in 2018. Mbappe is way ahead of Haaland in terms of individual awards. In this video, we have compared the 2 young sensations that have set the footballing stage ablaze since their debuts. Both of them have been performing phenomenally and seem to be on track to becoming legends and writing their names in the history of the sport.